All right, this is Mike, and I'm here with
Big Fusion.
Big Fusion, and we are talking to DJ Mustafa. Mustafa, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing all right. How about y'all?
That's good. That's good. I'm doing okay. I don't know about Big Fusion.
Oh, I'm good. I'm chilling.
All right, he seems to be good. All right, so let's talk about what you're doing these days, Mustafa. Give us kind of a rundown of what's going on in your life.
Okay. Well, as far as right now, what I'm doing is I'm working with all local artists, and I'm actually trying to put together a mixtape with all artists, not necessarily local, but all underground rap artists, as far as in the genre of music. Well, I'm taking all that and I'm putting it under one CD or one album. Other than that, I'm also taking like professional songs that's already been made. And my specialty is chopping and scratching and mixing. But what makes me known is my chopping. And so I'm taking that and I'm blending it all into one. I'm trying to start something a little different. I'm taking the old way of mixing and I'm trying to modernize it. So as far as in right now, that's what I'm working on. And I'm also working on making beats too. I do as well make beats.
So let me ask you a couple of questions. You said you're using some local artists and other than local artists also. Where are you located, Mustafa?
I'm located in Fort Worth, Texas.
All right. I'm sure that Big Fusion here knows some of these underground artists. You want to kind of give us some names, kind of drop some information about those guys?
Ooh, some names. I know too many names. We got Lil Queen, or he called himself Queen Funkertown. JV was one of my, Big Fusion was one of them. A versatile superstar. He's actually out of Africa. Him and somebody named Lady Glow. They under LA Records. I have someone named his name is Aaron, but he also go by Cashier. He's also from Fort Worth.
How'd you meet the artist coming out of Africa?
I was looking for somebody outside of America to do music with, and was looking, and somebody was like, "Hey, all my artists are from outside of America." I was like, "For real?" So they end up linking me up with them. And it just so happened to be a whole lot of people out of Africa. So, and I was actually trying to work with like everyone, like Hawaii, Cuba, et cetera, et cetera.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. You know, not knowing a lot about how I would go out and contact somebody to be a part of something here in America and say, I got to go find some people outside of the U.S. to talk to who can sing, who can put down beats. Where do you meet somebody like that? Is it just through contacts that you've made over the years, or is there a system you use?
A little bit of both. It's over people that I known for years in the past, or it might be somebody like do the line for me networking, or I might run to somebody to be like, "Hey, well, I got somebody over here that knows somebody. They want to know, can you work with that person?" And so it's like through a whole big network, just networking out in general.
Okay. Well, I guess it pays to know people, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Tell me what the difference is between chopping, scratching, mixing. Tell me what all those differences are.
First, you got your blending. Blending is when you make one song, goes into the next song, and it sounds like one song, and it goes in smooth. Then you have your scratching, which is the or you bring it back. But then you have chopping. Chopping is like when you take the words and I'm going to the store. You be like, instead of saying I'm going to the store, you be like I'm going store. So it's kind of like chopping the words and chopping the words up.
And you said blending, that's kind of like maybe a mashup or something, right? Where you're just putting two good sounds together where it's seamless.
Yes. Kind of like when you go, if you ever been to a club or bar or even listen to the radio and you hear it go from one song to another song and it's like just went in smooth.
Right. I get you. Big Fusion, you got a couple of things you wanted to ask me?
Yeah, man. So back in the day, I remember you were always working on 8 Friends, 1 Real, 7 Dead. Is that something you are continuing to try and put out?
Actually, yes. That's what I was actually getting at when I was saying about putting all the artists together. That's what I was going to do. But I changed it to the 8 Friends, 8 Homies. So 8 Homies, 1 Real, 7 Dead. I used the word friend because I was trying to make it like universal, but I guess homies can work just as well.
Okay. All right.
Mustafa, that album you're talking about, that's the one I kind of helped you out a little bit on the cover, right?
Yes, sir.
Tell me what that cover means. The other guy that was on the cover with you, tell me about y'all's relationship and maybe what the album means to you.
Poison, the other guy on the cover, that's my younger brother. He's supposed to be the host. He was supposed to be the host a while back, but something happened, and so now he wanted to be the host again. So he's the hype man of the CD, and he's supposed to introduce the artists on the CD and et cetera. The cover design came came from, we wanted something with a little more, I guess you could say, spice to it. We wanted to make it a little spicy. The flame with the dark background and something like that.
Yeah, I thought it was spicy. It looked good to me. You said that he's going to kind of be introducing the artist. So this is almost like Inside the Club or a radio station or something. It's almost like he's just coming on and introducing these artists as they come around?
Yes, correct. If you, like you say, go to a club or something, you know how you got that one person walking around with the microphone. Hey, yeah, yo, you know what I'm saying? That's his job as well.
You got to understand that I'm coming from a different world. I don't know anything about anybody with microphones.
Oh, okay. Well,
so, yeah, your younger brother, he decided he knew some people too, huh?
Actually, my younger brother's the one that introduced me to Big Fusion.
Oh, there you go. There you go. We got a natural tie here. That's great.
Oh, yeah.
What do you see as far as the future? When do you want this to hit? What would you like to get out of it? And is there anything on the horizon, maybe looking a year or two down the future that you want to do that maybe you don't have access to yet, or anything you're working on?
Well, first and most off, I do want to be recognized for my talent, and not only the talent, but the effort I put in to work with struggling artists. I guess you could say they're struggling, starving artists. They want it just as bad as I do. For the outcome of this, like, that's really kind of what I want, like, even for us in the future. Like, I want to be that one, like, hey, he'll work with you, you know, because I can understand they got a passion for it, and then they want it real bad. Yeah, I do I do want that. As far as in the uprise, I want to, you know, of course, start get the label going. I want to be able to connect, not nationwide, but I mean, like, not just here, but just worldwide. I want to connect worldwide with everyone, and I want to be able to, I guess, mingle, network, or do collaboration with a lot of different types of artists, a lot of different types of music. I also want to start back going to, like, DJ in the clubs, throwing parties, events. Events is really, like, one of the things I'm focusing on too, because that's what my business I have in mind. I want to be an event planner, so therefore I'm on the weddings, all types of stuff, block parties, concerts. That's really like one of my main goals right now.
You're going to be a busy man, it sounds like, for the next few years.
Yeah, well, yeah, but in the end it'll pay off where I won't be so busy. I can just be sitting back, relaxing.
There you go. That's always the goal, huh?
Yeah.
Number one, I think it's very admirable that you're talking about working with struggling artists and trying to get them the connections they need and bring them kind of all under one umbrella. I think there's always strength in numbers, and so anytime you get artists together, I think you have a much better chance of making it. How do you feel about that kind of stuff?
And you actually hit it right on the point. You have a better chance making it because, like you say, numbers does matter. And the more you have, the more it matters, because the more people are listening or watching to see what's going to happen, and then, of course, they love the suspense, like, what are you going to do next? What are you going to do next? But it also plays a big part in networking. So as long as everybody's networking with each other and you becoming like a family with this person, it's more than just, hey, I'm just going to network with you. You actually becoming a family with this person. Your support system goes a lot farther.
Yeah, I think building those natural connections, you kind of hit it on the head there too, because everybody's got family, everybody's got friends, and so you're widening that audience. The bigger the numbers, the more people they're going to bring along with them.
Yes, that's actually correct. That's actually correct. Kind of like how we were talking about earlier, like that's kind of how the connections come where I find this person or I find that person is because of the numbers, of the bigger numbers. So it actually motivates me more to get out there to know more and more people.
If somebody wanted to go out and find out more about you, about the label, actually, as a matter of fact, what would you call the label?
It's Anything Goes Production.
Oh, I like that. What does that mean to you?
That's actually what it is. We call it Anything Goes because Ice King, the one that's on the album cover, he want to start a comedy thing, like he do reality skits of comedy. He want to do stand-up comedy. He want to start a whole branch of comedy. And then we have also we shoot videos. The name speaks for itself. Anything goes. Anything goes. We want to get our hands in everything.
So your brother's going to do Wildin' Out too. Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, you know what? Wildin' Out's good. Yes, I like that. Yes, he's pretty much going to be doing Wildin' Out, and then he also want to bring like comedians come up. They want to get on the camera and try to get in front of the audience and also promote themselves. But he want to bring them up, let them have their shine, and let them be able to tell jokes and see if they can make the crowd laugh.
I like that a lot, man. No, the nice thing about what you guys are doing is it's all about bringing joy to people. You're not bringing strife. You're not bringing trouble. It's all about either making them happy through song or making them laugh or just bringing some happiness into their life, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I would definitely say, and that's actually the whole point. We try to keep it positive the best we can. I say 98% of the time we are positive. We do not like working with negativity. We feel like you bring that around the circle, it would drain us. And our goal is to bring positive down. We want everybody to know that positivity is good, it's uplifting, and we want that. That's what we want. We want to bring that out of the people.
That's great, man. That's a good thing. I know that we've all had our moments of negativity, and it's much better on this side, right? Being happy.
Yeah, it's a lot better. It's stress free and yeah, it's a whole lot better. It's a lot better.
Big Fusion, you got anything left for him?
You remember how you shot mine and Marty's video back in the day?
Yeah, and that was also another thing we were doing, and I do want to get back on that. I was actually enjoying it because it gives artists time enough to actually express where they're coming from and let people hear their side of who they are.
That's really cool, man. I'm so glad you're back out there doing, trying to bring everybody together again, man. And I'm just happy we could reconnect and get everything going. So why don't you tell everybody where everybody can reach you and
maybe some of that social media.
Okay. I have Reverb Nation, which is under DJ Mustafa and Ice King. And right now, the main social media you can really contact me at, which is Facebook, which is under DJ Mustafa Bay. DJ Mustafa. Then Bay, B-E-Y. And may I explain about my name?
Absolutely, man. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah, because I get this a lot. I actually came up with the name Mufasa. Well, my son came up with the name Mufasa. One day we were sitting down at TV. I love lions, and my son loves lions. And he's like, Daddy, you should name yourself Mufasa. And I'll be simple. And it dawned on me. I'm like, okay, I will be Mufasa. So, a couple of years go by, I found out that the name was copyrighted. And I didn't know that, and I was using the name. So I had to stop using that name. Well, another name was given to me when I got Mufasa. Everybody used to call me Mustafa. So when I left Mufasa, I realized Mustafa is not copyrighted, and that could be my name. And I was like, well, DJ Mustafa. And Mustafa also means the chosen one. So I was like, I'm gonna leave that one.
So out of curiosity, this may be just a question for me, but what did the Bay come from?
That's really like a long another subject. But for the Moors, and then under the Moors, you either a Bay or L, and Moors is a Islamic group.
Okay, all right. We don't want to dig too deep.
yeah, I ain't know.
All right, Mustafa, I really want to thank you, number one, for talking to us. It's been really nice meeting you. I look forward to meeting you in person at some point, and I would love to just kind of sit down with you and your brother and talk about how we could make connections between, us being in one place, you being in another place. We do a lot of video, audio, things like that, and I think we could be like natural partners that way. Again, it's about knowing more people and building those numbers, right?
Correct, and that actually sounds good, and I'm pretty sure my brother would love to do that too.
We'll go through Big Fusion here, and we all maybe can get on a call sometime, or maybe we can meet halfway and sit down somewhere. I really appreciate you calling us, man, and you go out there and you find those struggling artists and you bring them under your umbrella, and we'll do our thing here, and we'll meet in the middle.
Okay.
Thank you so much.